Hello everyone, welcome back to Lou's Space. Today I'm going to talk about all things Who, get a little bit spooky and see where things go otherwise. So, in case any of you are currently unaware, one of the genres of film and television I enjoy is science fiction. And one of the shows that I have mostly loved since 2005 is Doctor Who, along with one of its spin-offs, Torchwood. And currently we either are or have come to the end of what's known as both Season 2 and Series 15, starring Ncuti Gatwa and, as via bi-generation 15th incarnation of the Doctor, Millie Gibson and Veronica Sefu as his most recent companions, Ruby Sunday and Belinda Chandra. Depending upon when I put this video out, we either just through the penultimate episode or have just viewed the second part of the two-part finale that is Wishworld and The Reality War. And oh boy, there have been some revelations that have happened, including that outside of the show we're about to have a break filled by another spin-off called The War Between Land and Sea, about UNIT and the Sea Monsters, Sea Devils, should I say. So, Season 1 and 2, Series 14 and 15 as it's referred to outside of being on Disney Plus, are not without their flaws. A 6-month time gap during Ruby's time as a companion that had as of yet not been explained unless it has now in the series finale, and some continued poor writing choices along the lines of Jodie Whittaker's tenure as the 13th Doctor could possibly have informed whatever decision Disney have come to now all of both seasons have potentially aired. Suffice to say that it's a possibility that the BBC may have to return to filming the show without the budget that helped make it a 4K experience. Having said the above, however, there had been some amazing twist reveals at the end, though some I agree I've personally not found to have been as amazing as they were being hyped to be. Mrs. Flood, Sutek in Season 1/Series 14 didn't live up to many expectations, and Ruby's birth mother reveal may not have been retconned in the final episodes at all either. If you've not seen all the episodes up to now, spoilers ahead. So, at the end of Wishworld, we'd gotten left with things that included a second brief appearance of Susan Foreman, another unexpected cameo from Jonathan Groff from his character self-titled episode Rogue, with a warning about what tables don't do, the revelation of who the third member of the Unholy Trinity is, and the Doctor declaring that as he felt that space baby Poppy is real and really his daughter, and not just because she was presented as being his and Belinda's child in the alternate reality. So what was the other revelation that our exposition dumping Rani declared? Omega! Another former Time Lord Academy attendee, alongside the likes of the Master and the Rani herself. There are enough videos that have been made by channels that I am going to hopefully have shouted out by now on who the Rani and Omega both actually are, for those who genuinely haven't had a clue, for me to not need to rehash it here in my video, so go and check them out if you need some information. But this is amazing for anyone of an age that had or have been asking for these on-screen underused villains to return and speculating that they might for a while. So what are my further thoughts before I move on to my next topic? Whilst I have only had 2 episodes this season/series that I've not been able to have gelled with properly and understood, and I will revisit those, overall I found them largely enjoyable, though if you check out Mr. Tardis' channel in regards to just how unexpectedly dark the Interstellar Song Contest was, I have to say in reflection I have to agree with what he said read between the lines on that one. So, as I said by now, these particular episodes may have all aired now. It's difficult to know if I'll be able to give my thoughts on the conclusion here, but we will hopefully see a return to the show with or without Disney Plus financial input in 2027, whether or not Ncuti is still there or gone as per current speculation. So let's segue to the next topic, the paranormal, something Doctor Who itself is no stranger to. As some of you will know, I've shared my stories as to why I have personal, albeit now slightly more skeptical, belief in the paranormal. I've made 2 video lists of the channels that I personally recommend watching, many of whom highlight how the content of videos on spooky list channels are done, from masking to green screen and much more. Here though, I am interested in hearing from you, including in the comment section down below, the same as way many of these channels have asked before. What are your beliefs and experiences of the paranormal? Do you believe in stories attached to the real Annabelle, a Raggedy Ann doll that currently on tour despite how dangerous she's claimed to be? Or the Lutz, Smurl and Snedeker family hauntings? Check out channels such as True for Demons podcast that I watch for deep dives onto those. And if the devil really made Arnie Cheyenne Johnson do it, kill his landlord. As I've stated in my own video, I am among those who had my own experience, which many of these debunked channels make it difficult not to second guess myself about. So I'm curious, as Fantastique Publishing is, to know what your take on if it's real or not are. So that's as far as I can think of going on these 2 topics for now, and I plan to have more to talk about as well, hence the title of this video. However, I think that I should for now just reiterate that you can make suggestions as to expansions on things I've already discussed in my 6 or 7 now other previously uploaded videos in the comments section down below, or find me on Instagram or other social media, e.g. X or Facebook. Don't forget to keep the algorithm happy by liking and subscribing too. And in the words of one content creator from one of the other channels I watched back in the day, I will catch you later.